everybody singing every word to every song to the girl that's taking tonight.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Bengals going up against the Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the starting offense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their big-bodied receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Time here to show you the starters while we have a moment defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know one guy you like from Miami, Artie Burns.
Just jumps off the screen when you plug in his college tape in terms of athleticism. And I also watched him play with some intelligence. Saw him at one point jump into the slot and pattern read and come off of his receiver to the intended one and intercept a pass. I like him.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And while we have a moment, let's meet the starters defensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And they wanted to update and beef up their secondary, and they did that with their first-round selection. William Jackson III out of Houston has speed, good eyes in the secondary, and is aggressive on the corner.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. Green 3.
And they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He'll return it from the 6. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Gone. No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Back Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up, because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage, where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got room. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big pickup there on the run. 34 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points. That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And that extra yardage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Please.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh 1st.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from. What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers off. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Ten yards still left on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3, Leopard.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 90. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it. Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. As they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets him a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure that they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They're probably having the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. He juked him. He can't bring him. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the the season's second of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
If you're the offense, are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up.
And this is caught inside the 5. They give him a gain of 37. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Now let's go. Blue,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Back there, Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it.